Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm kind of excited because I did my first official mod to my truck and the Forester over here. And before I show you what we did, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and we are going to check out my first mods. They're different, same thing but different, same but different. But let's start with the pick 'em up truck. So obviously you guys know if I did it both to both cars, then you know it's got to be window tint. Look at that reflection. So both cars got window tint today. This is dirty, I need to clean that. Got my battery pack back there. But anyways, both got window tint. There's still some water bubbles in there because it literally just got done. But on the truck, I did the brow. All the way around is 5%. This is what it looked like before, and that's what it looks like now. Right there, the brow kind of shows you the difference. And that reflection is nice. And it's kind of nice that I did two different tints on both vehicles so you can kind of see the difference, and it'll help you decide what you want to do on your vehicle. And if you're in Tulsa, the Tulsa area, Altamira on Memorial is the place to go. They've done these two cars and my Mustang. The Mustang I did 5% all the way around, except for the two front windows were 20 or 15%, but that's just because they were smaller windows and I wanted to be able to see. But I mean, look at that, you cannot see in there at all. And the good thing about the tint they use is the standard tint that they use is the heat and UV protective tint film. So you get the heat protection and the UV protection with whatever you get. We were actually going to do 20% on the Subaru, but the people at Altamira talked me into doing 15%, because when you bump it up to 15%, you get a lot more protection from that UV, from the UV rays and the heat and the reflectivity of everything. But my package just arrived for the truck. My package just arrived, and we are going to discuss this in the next video. But like I was saying, we went with 15% on the car because the difference between 20% and 15%, it's not that much darker, but you get a lot more protection from the sun with the 15%. And because of Subaru's eyesight and sensors, we can't do the brow. They're gonna do some more research and give me a call to see if we can. But Subaru, if you have a Subaru, they have so many sensors in them, especially in the windshield area. You might not be able to do a brow, and if you do, you're gonna have to spend some money recalibrating everything. So I was like, just leave it, it's fine. But we did do 15% all the way around. The back door on the truck is already stained like 20%, so they put, what was it? They put 35% or something to make it 5%. I don't know the math on window tint. And then the back windows on the Subaru were also stained, so they did whatever they need to do to match everything 15%. But obviously this isn't as dark as the truck. You can kind of see it right there, but it's dark enough, and there's some bubbles. We'll check back in on those. It's dark enough. You can see in the car, versus if you go over here, you can't. You can kind of see my door handle over there. But I wanted 5%. She wanted something lighter so she could see at night. Me, who needs to see at night? No, I'm just kidding. I've always had 5% on the majority of the vehicles I've had and never had an issue. The only issue I have with 5% is backing up at night. I have to roll the windows down to check the mirrors. That's the only issue. I mean, with the backup camera, it kind of helps, but I still like to use my mirrors. And when it rains is the worst part, because I still got to roll it down a little bit. But no big deal, because with the truck, it fits in my garage front ways, forward facing. My Mustang, I couldn't fit in the garage forward. I had to back in, so that's the reason I went with a lighter in the Mustang, because I didn't want to have to always roll my window down to back up. And even with the 20% on the Mustang, I still had to roll them down. But the 15% on the Subaru, because the windows are so tall, it allows more light in, so it's not, the 15% on here isn't as dark as the 20% on the Mustang, because the Mustang windows were more narrow. But if you want something dark and still be able to see at night, 15% is the way to go, maybe even 10%. But if you're like me and most of your driving's in the day and you just don't want anybody to see you eating your french fries at a stoplight, 5% is definitely the way to go. And I'll try to get a side shot, because I kind of blocked that side of the car, but 5% just looks amazing on the truck. I should have seen if they could tint these for me. Maybe I'll take it back and see if they'll tint those. I still don't know. I kind of like the orange on here. It gives it that off-road vibe. But that's my first mod. We got something in the mail today. That'll be in the next video. I'm stoked about it. But let's go ahead and we'll move on to the end here, and let me know what you guys think. Let me know what window tint you would do. Would you do 15 or would you do 5? Or would you do 20, or what would you choose? Maybe go in the middle with a 10. But personally, I like both. They're both very fitting. I prefer the 5 because I like people to not be able to see into my vehicle, especially some areas in Tulsa that have been known to have people where they're just driving and, you know, they get a bullet through their window. One good thing is they can't really see where I'm at. I can lean back, and hopefully if someday anybody has road rage at me, they can miss. This one you can still kind of see in, but if you're driving at night, you're not going to be able to see in here, or early mornings. It's just really during the day when the sun's coming through the windshield, you'll be able to see more in here than you would in here. But this is a good option, especially for somebody who doesn't see very well at night. This is a good option. But if your eyesight's 20/20 like mine, 5% is the way to go. And unless it's illegal in your state, you can get by with it here in Oklahoma. So let me know in the comments what you guys would choose, and I'll see you in the next video.